Hello, welcome to Burning Questions, May 24. Big show planned where all our focus is on the Saturday night Metropolitan card at Melton. 9 races on the program, 5:22 p.m. kickoff, and got 3 special guests joining us here. The man on the top of my screen, and he's on the laptop today. He's had his lovely partner Tracy get it all set up for him. Aaron Dunn, great to have you on the show again, mate.
Thank you.
And I think he's still finishing up his form study, so we'll let him go through while we introduce the other guests.
Haven't started.
We could almost introduce these two as a pair, Darren Carroll and Anthony Butt. They haven't had a chance to square off after some outlandish media comments. Look, boys, I'll let you just sort it out. I'll give you 30 seconds each here. Lyle Creek v Just Believe.
Who do you want me to start?
You go first.
I've put the white flag up and admitted defeat. I should have answered that question a little bit differently if I had my time again. I have my time again. I don't think you really need to be putting stars of the sport against each other. But what I would say is wait till the career is finished of Just Believe, and then we could probably accurately measure it. But both are superstars in their own right and both champions in their own right. And, we're lucky to have a horse like Just Believe at the moment that we can compare against the Freak. How's that sound? Bit better?
That's a bit better. And I think I said to you the other day, you might have spat the cornflakes out when you're listening to your great mate Gareth Hall's show.
Yeah, no, it's all good banter. So, no, 2 fantastic trotters. I was lucky to have Lyle Creek in my lifetime, and, Greg and Jess will look back on Just Believe, as once in a lifetime trotter for them. So we're both very lucky, and probably lucky that for Lyle that he didn't have to race Just Believe. So we'll leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. Well played. Yeah, I'm just lucky enough to have Where's the Gold in my lifetime. Aaron Dunn, Bondi Lockdown. Look, a couple of real champions of the sport. Anyway, enough fun and games. Let's move on to the serious stuff. And our very first sponsor, Pride's Easy Feeds, down as a proud supporter of the harness racing industry with their set recipes and quality ingredients to give the trainer confidence in what they're feeding. So make the switch to Pride and start getting the result you've been chasing. The first question, Ruby Roo will need the gaps to appear, but is she the one they should all fear? First race on the card, She's Ruby Roo. Barrier 8, Jess Tubbs. James Herbertson takes the drive. At last look, she was favourite on the marketplace. I might start with you, Ants, here. You've got the 2 runners from your stable, numbers 4 and 5, Hot to Trot, Hammer's Law. Is She's Ruby Roo the one you most fear, and have you got a winning chance with either of your 2?
Well, I think She's Ruby Roo is dependent on, what's up Party Time leading. Darren will probably know more about that than me with the gate speed, but Ebony's Avenger was really good 2 starts ago when it led and got hammered and still nearly won. So, yeah, I don't really know. Darren will probably know more than me if what's up Party Time's probably going to hold up. But if it does, She's Ruby Roo's the one to beat. But it's a pretty good field. A lot of chances. She's a Wish been racing well. Loxley Lover's a good horse. Hot to Trot's promised to be a good horse, but he's let me down at times. So he'll need to show his best. But he, not saying he can't. So, yeah, so it's a good race, I think.
Yeah, it might hold you to last, Daz. Dunny, you're not involved in this one, but, how do you see it? Are you in the She's Ruby Roo camp, or are you a bit like me? I'm in the Love Gun camp here, the stablemate of She's Ruby Roo.
Probably over the short distance, I always think what's up Party Time can hold the front, and then it's got the sit on it. You're sort of in a good position. A lot of those short races, it's 1, 2, 3 along the fence, so I'd be more sticking to She's Ruby Roo, to be honest.
Okay. Are you with the favourite? Daz, how do you see it? First of all, early likely leader. Is it What's Up Party Time? And then who do you think will win the race?
Yeah, I actually thought What's Up Party Time would have enough speed. Because they're drawn closely together, it makes a big difference. So I don't see Evie's Avenger being able to get a length on What's Up Party Time. And I would have thought that Kate would be keen to hold the lead because it's a bit of a leader. What's Up Party Time probably goes best in front. So my gut feel is looking at the speed there that What's Up Party Time leads. She's Ruby Roo has got enough speed to kick up, but if they go hard, could be a spot there. But I'd think with Herbie on, She's Ruby Roo would be finding the spot leaders back. And as Dunny said, that's the place where you want to be, especially early. It's amazing races 1 and 2 type thing at Melton. It always plays leaderish. So and fences. So I'm keen on She's Ruby Roo purely because of the map. But if I don't get the map right, then I probably won't get the result right.
Yeah, there you go. I'm with Love Gun. Sort of, you can almost back him each way. I was just really impressed with his win last start. Yeah, but I'm worried about the map. I think it's likely 1 leads and 8 gets the good trail. I think they're the 3 key numbers, though, 1, 8, and 9. That is the first race on the card. Combining the power...
Tim, if I just would say
jump in.
From an early quad point of view, because it's a $250,000 projected pool, that, they're the top 3, you'd think, but as Anthony said, there's some really good class horses in this race that we're sort of dismissing, like She's a Wish, Loxley Lover, Anthony's 2 horses, and Lady Adelia. Like, great depth to the race if you're going wide in your early quad.
Yeah, I'm throwing plenty in my early quaddy. Yeah, I'm going pretty wide. Lady Adelia is a good one. I was on her last start, and I thought she was very brave in that Virginia Clowers race. Let's move on to race 2. Combining the power of results and horse sectionals with Sulky App, you now have access to gate speed, swooper, ability, and behaviour ratings. Never miss a trainer, driver, or gear change again. Sulky App is a form guide revolution. He's the clear ratings pick, so will Hot Deal finish the night with a green tick? We'll hold you to last, Aaron. This is race 2 on the card. Aaron trains and drives Hot Deal. We'll go to you, Darren, because Ants has got Stir Me Up involved. How do you see the second event?
Yeah, it's a fair bit of depth here. I do respect when you've got such rating discrepancies, like you're talking Sevi with a national rating of 66, and you've got Hot Deal with a national rating of 110. That's massive. So got to have huge respect to that. In saying that, it won't be easy from barrier 13 or barrier 12 at Melton any day of the week. So it's going to have to work around and do some work at some point. And I think that Sevi will probably be the leader. It looks to be the kind of horse that sort of gets on the chewy a bit. So I'd expect it would lead, kick up, and then Operative Line would be sitting leaders back. So they're 2 in the market for me. But I do hugely respect Hot Deal and the ratings discrepancies there.
Yeah. Ants, Stir Me Up, good winner 2 starts ago. Not sure how this race pans out for you, but what's your thoughts on Stir Me Up?
Yeah, he's been racing really well. Timmy, last start was just a non-event for him. He got back from a bad draw and never got into the race and actually ran home quite good. So, if Darren sort of map looks like it's going to pan out in the sort of first 100 and 150, I'd be pretty keen to go 3 fets, I'd say. So, but we'll just have to wait up to see if he's going to be leading or not. So, but Dunny's horse, Hot Deal, he's probably the class horse. He's a 110 rater, so he's got a fair few points on most of these. So, he's still going to be hard to beat, but he's going to have to earn it, from that draw, because he's probably going to have to circle the field at some stage. Yeah.
Aaron, I thought he was really good, brave in a sort of difficult first up assignment for him. He was, he's in the breeze, I think, from memory, and they went good time, boxed on well for 4th. Your thoughts on this race? How are you going to drive him? He's got the ratings points, he's got the class on the field, but what are your thoughts here?
Oh, look, it's like they said, it's a tough race, and he's probably, maybe his rating points are a bit above what he probably should be. He's probably won a few of them at Mildura, and I've sort of placed him well where he never won those metro races, but probably gained points from running placings in Group 1. So, and look, I was real happy. I tried him a couple of times this time to just get him a bit solder before I went to the races, and that 28 to second quarter at Melton sort of stitched us up, and I thought he boxed on real gamely. But it's one of those races, you got to really drive it right. I've got to go at some point. If they slow up enough, I can go. But that puts him in the race. But he might run top 4, but he might be quite good enough just to run away from him. That's the thing. If he's drawn to speed behind the leader or something, it's a different story. But it was a hard choice. It's either that or the free for all where he's going to draw 5 or 6 as well. That was his options, and I've gone with this one. So
yeah, good call. Probably just quickly back to you, Daz. Just from a pure betting point of view, I think we may be seeing it similar here. I don't know the prices yet for this race, but Operative Line looks a good each way bet to me. I thought he's run 2 starts ago. Captain Hammerhead, he cut him back to a narrow margin in good time, and then Captain Hammerhead's come out and won in really good style again on the back of that. So if he does land leaders back, I think he'll run past Sevi. he looks a good each way play to me. What do you think?
Yeah, don't write Sevy off. I'm a Sevy fan, and certainly if he finds the front as I map, then he won't be easy to get past because I think he's been good racing outside his pattern, and I think he loves to lead. But I agree, operative line each way would be a great bet, and you'd think it should be each way price.
Yeah, good
but
stuff.
I don't dismiss, like Spyglass is a nice horse. Is this Just Fantasy won really well last week? Ants would fill a hole if the map works out right. 3 fence would be a place to be as well. So got a fair bit of depth to it.
Yeah, it does. Good race. Good luck to all involved there. Logical Staffing Solutions provide labour hire and recruitment services to the transport, warehousing, automotive and manufacturing industries. A logical solution for your staffing needs. Will the interstate favourites sweep the APG bouts, or should punters have their doubts? We're talking about races 4 and 5 on the card, the $150,000 finals for 3-year-olds. I think it's Libby Lou favourite from New South Wales in the 3-year-old fillies, and it is Soho Spectre from New South Wales favourite in the 3-year-old colts and geldings. Might go to you, Dunny. You are involved in one of these, D Row. I think a little disrespected in the market. You're
Absolutely.
north of $20. What are your thoughts on the 2 APG finals on Saturday night?
Well, just was hoping for a decent draw with him, really, and I didn't get a draw in any race outside of in all of them. And yeah, look, I think it makes it tough for me, really. If I used him up early, like he showed really good gate speed and led the other day, but I think to be a real winning chance, I've probably got to hope that, like the one gets out good. And he was nearly beaten the other day. Even Mick Stanley's horse got away good, and he wasn't, he probably wasn't far away. He probably didn't go to the sprint lane, and that might have just cost him finishing a bit closer in the heat. And yeah, if they could work the favourite to get to the front, well, and they went hard, or that might be my chance of winning it. Whereas if I come out of the gate and I'm stuck 3 wide for a fair while, or I might be in trouble. So, yeah, and that's where probably the favourite in our race has probably got the, he might be able to just push to the front and hold the front and get an easy quarter and then win it. But in the fillies, I don't know many of the fillies, to be honest, but I think the New South Wales is a higher rated one, drawn one. I think I'd go with her, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll hold you to last, Daz, because you probably got a handle on the form a bit better than all of us here on these races. Ants, you're not involved, but have you got a thought on the 2 APG finals?
Yeah, I thought Libby Lou's the one to beat in the fillies one. Tim, she's got the draw. She probably, either lead, or if she's not leading, she'll probably be in the trail. So she's going to get a chance from there. She's sort of got pretty good form all year around pretty nice horses. And as same in the colts, I think Ricky Elchin's horse, Soho Spectre, he won the Derby up there. So you'd think that class would take him a long way. So, I think they're both going to be really hard to beat.
Okay, New South Wales for Ants. Daz, I'm with New South Wales in the fillies. I think Libby Lou, just the barrier draw, just might be the telling story there. But I like War Down Buddy in the boys. I think at an each-way price, I'm sure he's going to run a good race. So I'm with New South Wales in the fillies, Victoria in the boys. How do you see them?
So we'll split it up. We'll talk the fillies for a start. I agree Libby Lou looks the leader. But what that means is you've probably got one of Emma's in Eureka Joe sitting parked, and then the other one of Emma's Perpetuity sitting on its back. So, we know how much that stable loves winning these kind of races. So I can't underestimate them. I would have thought $1.60 is probably as sure as you want to take for Libby Lou, based on the fact that one will be in the death and one will be sitting behind it. But she does look clearly the one to beat, but $1.60 is probably a bit short. And through the early quaddy, I'll be taking those 3 and hoping that we can get a bit of a break there. But she does look very hard to beat. I'd be shocked if anything outside those 3 won, to be honest. In the colts, Barry Joe is really interesting in this because Ravishing Sloy is by far the quickest beginner off the front row. Very, very quick. And I had a bit of a look through its record, and I know that Ahmed was sort of talking the talk a little bit in his interview that you guys did, Tim. And it's led, I think, 4 or 5 times over the short trip and only handed up once. So, don't know. So it'll be tactical. If it hands straight up to Solo Spectra, then I don't see anything outside those two winning, because it'll probably just be an amble to the front and leader behind leader. But if that doesn't eventuate, then it opens it right up to a lot like Louis, Warden Buddy. And I'm like you, I can't believe D-Rose $23. Just if the map turns out there's a bit of speed on, then he can be a blowout at huge odds. But I'll be going a bit wide in that, leaving my quaddies when I get to that. But in a nutshell, they probably do look New South Wales dominated, but it depends what happens with Ravishing Sloy. So Greg Sugars holds the key to the race.
Yeah, I went back to a race. I reckon it was a Derby heat, Daz. I reckon Ravishing Sloy took cover, or at least trailed Soho Spectre and ran him down. I know it was a different track, different distance, but I just wonder whether that's sort of in their thinking. I don't know.
The distance was the key for me. I just didn't know over the distance, and then reading that article, I'm confused, but it's very interesting. I'm quite positive that Ravishing Sloy will cross a lot like Louis and Riddy G, and then it's up to Greg from there.
Yeah, I think the same. Interesting race, not one I'm going to launch into, but I thought Warden Buddy, I think we can be confident he's going to run a really good race. So I'm just sort of hoping things pan out for him, and I think he was $5.50 and close to $2 a place. That might be the way I'm playing it, but going to be great races. The two big ones, $150,000 APG, Vic Gold Bullion finals races 4 and 5 on the card. The next question, does the Lost Storm simply lead and win? And if that's the case, then who completes the Quinn? I'm actually quite happy with that question. That came out really well. Good little rhyming one there. It's a bit of vet Bold David free for all. Who we got involved here? Ants, you're on Sahara Tiger. Any push for him? And, well, I guess the question, can you complete the Quinella if the Lost Storm wins?
He's actually racing really well, Tim, but he's, in that grade where you just need so much luck. And, we all know what Melton's like. You get off the fence and back and wide, you got no shows. So the draw hadn't really been kind to him. So he'll need a lot in his favour. But in saying that, the horse is flying. I was happy with his run last week, even though he didn't get anywhere. He got home really good. So, but you'd expect the Lost Storm to be, I guess he'll be leading and winning. So, that it's a good even bunch, the rest of them. And but, you'd have to chuck in Supreme Dominator if he's going to be in the trail, because, as you said, chuck any of those other horses in the trail and they're probably going to run second. So he's just come up with a lucky 8 number.
Yeah, okay. So Supreme Dominator, you think's the most likely to run second, even though you'd be trying your absolute best with Sahara Tiger. Aaron, first question, does the Lost Storm win?
Oh, I think he probably does. There's probably, he come back and he went nice, and then he's probably just been missing for a little bit again. So maybe just looking for a suitable race. I'm not sure, but look, if he's anything of his old, like he's probably well above. He's a Grand Circuit horse if he gets back to that level he was at. So I think he just leads and wins. And
who runs second then?
Oh, well, I was probably late. I was thinking Supreme Dominator, but then I didn't see his run the other day, and I thought I'll just go with 888, who's sort of always pretty honest and seems to be just, you thought he was probably nearly finished, and he's just keeps ticking away.
Yeah, for sure. Daz, how do you see this? First question, as I said to Dunny, the Lost Storm, does he just simply win?
Yeah, I thought so. Look, it looks like getting a soft lead to me. I can't imagine the ones outside him burning out to try and cross him, because I think they'd probably be wasting petrol tickets that they would rather use later on. So he probably gets a simple lead, and the lead time will then probably be, 45-ish type thing, or tick over, and that means it's nearly impossible to run down if that's the case. So it doesn't look a lot of pressure there. Anthony summed it up perfectly. Based on these free-for-alls the last couple of meetings, there's probably 8 horses if they drew, 1, 2, and 8. Sorry, 1, 2, 8, 9 type thing. Depends what the map turns out to be. They run the placings. So it's just been week in, week out. That's the way you get the map right. You get the place getters right. But in saying that, Tango Chara probably reversed the trend of that last week. Went around parked. in quick time, and the week before he was unbelievable times as well. So I see him being the one that can get around, and then depending on how quick Lost Dawn goes, I think he can fill a hole. And then I'm thinking that Curly James is going well enough to beat Supreme Dominator home. So at the value, I'd be picking Curly James and Tango Tara to run second and third. But I still think Lost Dawn wins.
Yeah, I thought Kelly James could run second here. I thought, David Moran had dived back 3 pegs, and I just gut feel would be that he'd run past Supreme Dominator if the race turns into that really fast last half. So I'd look. I'm close to convinced Kelly James will run top 3, and I think you can get $2.10 for him to run a drum. So I'd probably play it that way. But the Lost Storm should be winning. He is crossable though, isn't he? Like I think in the right race or the right rivals, I think he's crossable. Like, let's say I'm trying to think of another horse that's not there that could be on another free for all. But look, Ultimate Vinny, if he was up and going and he's got the speed. I don't know. Yeah,
Ideal Escape's probably got the most speed there.
Yeah,
and if you look at Sulky App, he's got the most speed there. That supports that. So
yeah, Buckingham, is he any chance of having a dip, Geordie, or not?
He is, but again, I just say, well, are they going to be able to get a length on him? And that's the crucial part. I'm not sure he's explosive gate speed, but I'm not sure that they can cross him. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, fast horses are fast, really, wherever you want to use them. Generally speaking. Great stuff. Going to be a great race. That's the Bold David Free for All. Second leg of the main quaddie, 10 past 8 p.m. Sharps Bakery, great new sponsors of the show. Great bakery, great people that run the show there at Sharps Bakery in Birchip. Best bets time. Who should we go first? Let's go with Aaron Dunn. I reckon he's got one. He got a good special for us. What's your best, Aaron?
No, I've sort of gone off sticking to myself, so I'm going with the Lost Storm. To be honest, I just can't see him getting beat.
Yeah. I mean, he looks very close to over the line. So you're taking the shorts, but you're going hoping to lock in a winner. So the Lost Storm for Aaron Dunn, race 6, number 1. Ants, what's the best bet on the program Saturday night?
I'm going for one. Probably going to be short enough, but I hesitate in the 2-year-old race. I think it's a really good horse, and I've got a wee half sister to him, so I've got a bit of a vested interest. So, I've followed him all the way through since he started, so I think he's pretty good. So first up for a little while, but I think he should be winning.
Okay, race 7, number 6, Hesitate for Damien Burns. I might as well throw mine in there now. We're going to double up with Hesitate. Ants, sorry to you, Dunny, with 40 Love, but I really like Hesitate as a horse, and he did beat you home in that race behind the highlight reel. I thought he went really good on that occasion. So don't know where he gets to, but I think we might get north of $2. So I'm with Ants here. Hesitate for me, race 7. Daz, what are you going to do with your best bet?
I'm going for Captain Hammerhead. So race 3, number 9. Just thought he was in the free-for-all grade last week, and he was a super run. He was another one of those ones that was just climbing all over the back of him, going to the line strongly over the last couple of 100 metres. I just think he's the class runner. I think there's a little bit of early speed in the race, and he'll go around and sit parked and be too strong late. So I think it'll be black figures, probably 230, 240 type thing, and I think he's the best bet of the night.
Yeah, I was just on radio with Dan Malecki doing the Friday form panel, and he's made Captain Hammerhead his best. He actually thinks this horse will get to the front. Is that a possibility?
Michael Stanley might work to the front on your Betcha Tiger Pie, and I don't see Michael Stanley handing up. Do you, Ants?
Not often.
No, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, well, I'm good bet. I'm heavy place bet on the Chancer in that race. But, Captain Hammerhead going really well. You haven't got an early quaddie for us, Daz, have you?
I do have an early quaddie. So those that got the pens. So first leg, 1, 8, 9. Second leg, 1, 4, 8, 11, 13. Third leg, 4, 6, 9. And the last leg, 1, 5, 8. That's $135 for $1, but you can spend whatever you want and flexi it. But $250,000 projected pool. So I think it's really good what we've been doing of late and having these high-class races early in the program. It seems to be working. Some of the jackpots are really inspiring punters to bet up. So that can only be good for the sport. If we get turnover up, then we all win, don't we?
That's right. Race 2 on the card on Saturday. The free-for-all post was the highest Victorian, or the biggest turnover on a Victorian harness race since Hunter Cup night. So, it's not anything to go too crazy over, but it's the right sort of trend that we want. So let's hope it keeps rolling. Just also worth noting, jump onto the Tab app on Saturday morning. I think after 10 o'clock, they'll formulate a burning question special. So I dare say it'll involve Hesitate, might involve the Lost Storm, and it might involve Captain Hammerhead. They'll mix it up and give us a special multi there. Hey guys, really appreciate you all jumping on. Aaron Dunn, Anthony Butt, Darren Carroll. That has been Burning Questions here Friday, May 24. Make sure you join the team on trotsvision.com.au on Saturday night for all the coverage. Race 1 kicks off at 5:22 p.m. I'll be back next Friday with another edition of Burning Questions.